Let's go to Europe. One of that continent's biggest pop culture events is now underway in Austria. The 2026 Eurovision Song Contest kicked off with all of its usual spectacle. Singers from 35 nations will perform in Vienna over the next few days, leading up to Saturday's big final. But this year, several countries are boycotting the entire competition.
Yeah, it's 5 countries: Spain, Slovenia, Iceland, Ireland, and the Netherlands. And they've pulled out of the contest over Israel's continued participation, driving the number of participants to its lowest level since 2003.
For more, let's bring in NBC News international correspondent Claudio Lavanga. Claudio, good morning. I was actually in Europe last year when this happened. It's a spectacle. Everyone stops and goes to the bars and watches everything. This is actually the third contest since October 7th, 2023, which launched the Israel-Hamas war. So help us understand what these countries are protesting this year.
Hey, Joe Savannah. Yeah, that's right. There has been growing calls for Israel to be boycotted and suspended or even kicked out of the Eurovision Song Contest since the start of the war in Gaza. And this year, as Savannah mentioned, as many as 5 countries have pulled out. They have now boycotted Eurovision altogether. Also, as it has happened for the last 3 years in the host city, this year is Vienna in Austria, there are planned pro-Palestinian demonstrations throughout the week until Saturday. That's when the final will take place there. But despite all that, the competition is ongoing. There are still 35 countries competing, including Israel, which took part of the semi-final last night. Just take a look at that clip. Now, I don't know if you could hear it there, guys. There was a mix of booing and cheering when the Israeli singer went on stage, and also you could overhear someone screaming, "Stop the genocide." Austrian media said that even 2 people were even kicked out of the arena for disrupting the performance by the Israeli singer. And yet, at the end of the night, last night, Israel was among 10 countries that, thanks to the vote from home, from people voting from home, from all over the world, made it to the final on Saturday, guys.
Claudia, how is Israel responding?
Well, Israel, there was this growing calls, especially this year, for Israel to be boycotted. There was a letter also by 1,000 musicians saying that the participation of Israel is essentially allowing the country to normalize its occupation of Gaza and the annexation of the West Bank. Also, Amnesty International criticized it. But then in the end, Israel was allowed to continue. And just in December, the president of Israel, Isaac Herzog, posted on X a message saying that Israel deserves to be represented on every stage around the world. Savannah.
Claudio, you mentioned the voting, and there was an issue with Israel last year that actually caused Eurovision to change the way it runs the voting process for the winner. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, that's right. That's another controversy surrounding Israel's participation in Eurovision Song Contest. Last year, what happened was that despite all the calls for Israel to be banned, the pro-Palestinian demonstrations and so forth, well, Israel arrived second in the final, just close to winning, actually, the competition, thanks and received the biggest popular vote. Now, how could that happen? Many have asked. Well, it turned out, at least according to an investigation that just came out from the New York Times, that the Israeli government put hundreds of thousands of dollars into a marketing campaign inviting people to vote 20 times for the Israeli entry. 20 times is the maximum number of votes you can give as an individual. So, the European Broadcasting Union said, okay, let's bring that down to 10. And let's see if that makes any difference, guys.
All right. Claudio, thank you so much. And here in the U.S., you can watch the Eurovision Song Contest streaming on Peacock. It runs through May 16th.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.